Hey everyone, welcome back to the next installment on If My Heart Had Wings. Hope you all are enjoying this as much as I am. I really am. With this music score, all the screenshots, especially on the Windmill Hill, absolutely awesome. So in our last episode, Aoi had met another friend of his that he's known for a long time. He's almost like a big brother who goes by the nickname Anchan. So that was really cool to see him getting back to his roots and all of his childhood memories and stuff like that. So that's really, really awesome. So Aoi's also doing fairly well, a good job as a board mother, considering he's at an all-girls dormitory. So what are the odds of that? But then again, that's because his mother is part of a real estate business, and after the original board mother became incapacitated, he was sent in to fill in the gaps for that. But as far as I can tell, he's doing his best. You know, he's having a little trouble with getting the ladies to eat his meals, and I'm pretty sure there's something going on about that. Not sure what, but hopefully you find that out, and hopefully that gets resolved, because nobody ever wants a field day of that. So I would say let's go ahead and get things rolling here. We're going to get back into the story and see where... Yes, indeed. And we're going to see where this takes us. Here we go. The scorching sun comes shining in. Up on the roof, with nothing to block the sunlight, it feels even more like I'm being burned. Today is hot as hell. I grumble as I wipe the sweat from my brow. It's already 7 o'clock. It's just before the peak of summer, and the sun is finally shining at full strength. Today is Saturday, so there's no school. Now is my chance to get some of the dorm mother work done. This morning, I've climbed up on the roof, and I'm fixing leaks. This building is in pretty bad condition. I heard that the owner who collapsed a few days ago, and who was also the caretaker here, is an elderly woman. Because it was a girls' dormitory with no guys around, there were quite a few places that had been left damaged. This place is so old that I can't help wondering if originally it was aiming to be registered as a cultural heritage site. The owner, who is a widow, opened the manor house as a student dormitory before I was born. Which means that when we were calling this place the Witch's Mansion, students from Keifu Academy were already living here. Since then, the owner had been taking care of the boarding students like they were her own children or grandchildren. However, since the redevelopment plans were brought forward, land prices in Kazegarua have been rising. The owner's sons were hoping to let go of this place, and that's one of the reasons why I was brought to take on the dorm mother's job in such a hurry. It might be hard to avoid getting involved in those kinds of adult matters, so I will just quietly get on with the work that I have to do. Alright, that should do it. Finishing the repairs to the roof, I climbed down from the ladder. Okay, next is... Pat, who was pecking at the soil, had come closer to where I was going to put my feet as I climbed down. This was kind of besides the point, but ducks eat weeds and bugs, so it seems that if I were to just leave him to it, he will maintain the garden. However, he will also peck at the flowers and so on too. So the person doing the gardening needs to watch out for that. What's up, Pat? Where's your buddy? I have no idea what he's saying, but he definitely looks bored. Sorry, but I've got work to do. When I get back, I'll give you a bath. The door to Kotori's room was closed. I couldn't hear any sound, and there were no signs that she was awake. Still asleep, huh, sleepyhead? Hey, Kotori! Wake up, Alul. Hey, Miss Alul.
うっさいわね。何事よ。
Well, that certainly got her attention. Didn't it? I'm going to do some shopping. You want to come with me?
は？そんな理由でアミを妨げたの？
Honestly, I would be asking the same question. Her face seemed to say, if this was America and I sued you, you would lose. You're oversleeping. It's a nice sunny day, so let's go outside.
なんで私があなたの買い物に？
It's shopping for the dormitory. You eat too, don't you? Oh, he got her. He got her on that one.
用意するからちょっとだけ待ってて。
He got her on that one. Hey, it's Agaha.
Get.
Ooh, I don't think she likes that. Seeing Agaha give a great big wave, Kotori makes an annoyed face. Hey, Agaha.
おっす、葵。ハバネさん、おはよう。おはよう。ちょっと、なんであの子がいるのよ。日本の買い出しって言ったじゃない。
It's fine. There's something I need help with. I had planned from the beginning to meet up with Agaha. That's because I want her as a special advisor for today's work. Right, let's go.
行こう行こう。
Sorry guys, I just really like this music. This almost reminds me of something like if I was to do like some gymnastics or something like that. Alright, here we go. We arrived at the underground street of the shopping center. There are many stylish shops in the shopping arcade, and there is also a large supermarket. I push Kotori along in her wheelchair and go around buying the food with Agaha. What do we need?
まず鶏もも肉でしょ。それからパプリカ、ピーマン、玉ねぎ。
She is not happy. Kotori looks like she still doesn't agree with the fact that Agaha is with us. She looks at me like she's trying to put a curse on me. I got Agaha to think of a menu for me for tonight's dinner. Seems that the things that I make aren't the kind of things the girls like.
で、なんで私が一緒に来なきゃいけないわけ？
Because you can carry the bags? Kotori is doing a good job of carrying the green supermarket basket. Agaha and I keep slinging more and more ingredients into the basket.
パプリカパウダー、ホールトマト、生ハム、それから掘り込むな。
I'll get some mineral water.
重い。ねえねえ、ポテチ買っていい？
No. Oh. Pakurima chips. I remember those.
ケチ。後でお金払うから一緒に入れといて。
She slings them in. Also, we'll soon be out of rice. Let's buy some while we're here. Oh goodness. Wouldn't it have been easier if they just got a shopping cart? Why do they need Kotori? Unless they don't have shopping carts, that's one thing. But still, with all the ingredients for all of the borders, before we knew it, the basket that Kotori was carrying was full.
人をカートみたいにするな。
She called it. As she complained, Kotori was very careful not to let the contents of the basket fall out. Don't drop anything.
ちくしょう。ハバネさんは欲しいものない？ いっす。
She reminds me of Scald a little bit. Scald from Oh My Goddess. She reminds me of her a little bit with the ice cream sweet tooth. Today's shopping is being paid for with the operating costs of the dormitory, so we can't really buy things we don't need. Having said that, she is helping me out. You can get Bari Bari-kun.
もっと高級なのがいい。労働と報酬が釣り合わないわ。
Have it your way. I decide to treat her to strawberry Hargan Darch with my own money. Is this one okay?
そうだね。
We finish at the cash register. The food costs about 50% more than usual, but tonight is a special occasion. Oh, geez. I forgot to buy ground meat.
そんなの使わないよ。
It's for tomorrow. It's a pain to have to keep coming back to buy food all the time, you know? I leave them behind and go back to the store. I search for the meat in the ground meat section. If I can, I want to get one with a discount sticker, as I thought. There aren't any at this time. The cost for the boarder's food is paid on a monthly basis. The dormitory is run as kind of a hobby by the owner, so it's just a rough estimate. But there is an upper limit established as part of the rent agreement. The dormitory's meals follow the creed of as cheap as possible, as tasty as possible. I look at the packs of beef and are lined up on the shelf. 29.80 yen for 100 grams. This is a supermarket that celebrity women come to, so sometimes the prices for the ingredients are pretty steep. It's okay once in a while, so I'd like everyone to eat this kind of meat. I murmur to myself.
これでいいのかな。
A girl reaches across from the side and slings the luxury marble 29.80 yen for 100 grams meat into her basket.
これじゃ足りないかな。ビーフカレーっていうくらいだもんね。
The girl who took the pack showed signs of hesitation but continued to sling more and more of the luxury marbled meat into the basket. In the end, she took everything that was on the shelf.
これでよしっと。
Are you going to use luxury marbled beef in a curry? Not only that, it's thinly sliced.
What?
I was supposed to have said that on the inside, but because of the shock, I came out and said it out loud. Well, this just got awkward. I mean, if you're making curry, they have meat for curry over there. See?
そんな大きいのカレー食べるときに見ないですよ。
Well, when you stew meat this size, it becomes more tender and much smaller. If you use that kind of thin meat, the fat will melt away and you won't have a trace of it left. In her basket was about 1 kilogram of marbled meat to be used in a sukiyaki. Are you going to stew all of that in curry? What a waste of good meat. As I stare at the basket, she looks at me in disbelief. She seemed embarrassed as she said that and moved over to the fresh fish section. Did I scare her off?
シーフードカレーっていうのもあるんだし、お魚も買った方がいいかな。
She said as I watched from a distance her throwing sea bream, with the head and tail still on, into the basket while I reached for a pack of the cheap pork and beef ground meat.
味しい。ハバネさんストロベリー派なんだ。私はクッキー&クリームかな。そう。美味しい？もちろんよ。ねえ、嫌よ。まだ何も言ってないんだけど。一口だけでいいから。やあよ、スプーン一つしかないんだから。いいじゃん、女同士なんだから。やったらやあよ、ケチンボ。
Oh, stare down.
わかったわよ、一口だけよ。はーい、ハバネさんありがとう。私のハーゲンダッツがおっちー。
What are you doing?
いえ、
I'd finished paying and had come back to, and Kotori was letting Aga eat her ice cream. I felt like I'd seen something I wasn't supposed to see.
これは違うのよ。この子がどうしても食べたいって言うから、一口だけ食べさせてあげただけで。
I see. Well, it's nice that you're getting along.
違うったら。ストロベリーもいいな。ねえねえ、もう一口。もう終わり。だって私の分がなくなるもん。
Blushing as she spoke, Kotori continued to wolf down the Hargen Darch. Okay, let's go. Here, take this bag.
重いんだけど。私も手伝うよ。アイスのお礼。
I push Kotori's wheelchair and we leave the shopping mall. Well, that escalated a little bit.
ねえ、これどうやって切るの
Pass that to me. I'll show you how to do it. Her face seemed to say, I get annoyed when people get on their high horse, as she obediently passed me the knife. In a way, that Kotori could see easily. I cut the vegetables. Like this.
こっちのピーマンは？
Wouldn't it be best to cut it in half down the middle?
わかった。やってみる。
We had come back to the dormitory and had begun cooking in the dining hall. I got Kotori, who couldn't reach the stove, to cut the vegetables. I'm cooking while Aga helps and tells me how to do it. Hey, this is pretty easy.
でしょ？野菜切って鶏もも肉と一緒に煮込むだけだもんね。
Said Aga, who had brought the recipe. Basque-style chicken stew. I couldn't get what kind of food it would be from just the name, but it was really easy to make. First you grill the chicken thighs, then fry them with the cut vegetables, and after that, add the canned tomato and broth and leave it to stew. It's a stew that doesn't need to be done precisely. That's the main dish. Next we prepare the salad and soup.
わわ。
Even as Hat walks around her feet, quacking, Kotori doesn't seem to notice as she is quite immersed in what she's doing. She's really concentrating.
案外熱中するタイプだね。
Despite complaining at first, once she gets started, she becomes really serious.
均等に切るのは至難の技ね。
Well, it doesn't need to be exact. If there's a variety in the thickness, it gives a difference in texture.
不均等に切るのね。わかったわ。
She said as she thought about this and that, and started intentionally cutting the vegetables unevenly. I I guess that's what people look like when they get serious. Ageha, how does the soup taste to you?
ちょっと薄いかな。
I'll add salt and pepper. And so the preparations for dinner continued smoothly. Three hours later.
おいしそう。
I'll repeat that for you guys.
わあ、おいしそう。
One after another, the boarders came into the dining hall, and seeing the food on the table and how different it was to usual, they were surprised at first. Folks? I don't see any food on that table. Do you? I don't see it. There's a general idea of meal times for the boarders. I usually make meals at the same time, and the time that everyone comes to the dining hall is not really set. It's okay if you come late, and it's okay if you don't eat. That's why we often eat at different times. This is the first time since I came here that we've all gathered at the same time like this. Today was the only time that I had told them in advance. Okay, everyone, please take a seat. You too, Ageha.
お邪魔します。なんかすごいね、今日のご飯。ねえ、もう食べていい？お腹ペコペコなんだけど。
Go ahead, enjoy your meal. The boarders, looking at each other, cautiously moved the food towards their mouths.
おいしい。本当だ、おいしい。
I can hear the word delicious coming from the boarders. What is... It's true. It really is tasty. Basque-style chicken stew. I was the one that had made it, but I didn't know how it would taste, and I imagined that it wouldn't be very good. It was different to the Western or Chinese food that I usually make, in that I normally don't use spices, that I make it easy to understand the flavor. The meat stewed in the tomato soup was tendered and was surprisingly refreshing. Most importantly, the flavor of the meat had really been drawn out, so I had no complaints at all about the taste. It's the kind of thing that you eat on a hot summer's day when you don't have much of an appetite.
こりゃいけるわ。サラダもどうぞ食べてくださいね。
The salad served in a big bowl was divided between everyone. There were cucumbers, tomatoes, and lettuce, and also some avocado and mozzarella cheese. Even though it was just an elaborate salad, again, the reaction was...
このサラダも美味しいね。なんか洒落てるし。
Ryoko, who was in the second grade like me, and also Sanai, the third year with the trademark glasses, both seemed to really like it.
アゲハちゃんプロデュースだよ。
Everyone made a face that kind of showed they knew that. The truth is that today's meal was made under the advice of Miss Himegi here.
それでアゲハが来てたんだ。自分が食べたい料理を作ってもらっただけなんだけどね。
By the way, it seems that Ageha and Ryoko were friends from before. The thing is, it seems the food that I made didn't really go down too well with everyone. Apart from Kaneko, all of the boarders looked away for a moment, awkwardly.
美味しくないわけじゃないのよ。そうそう。でも量が多いっていうか。
That's why. If there's something you want to say, please talk to me about it, okay? It's a little scary, but I thought I'd try to talk to them about it.
なんていうか、一色なのよ。あ、わかる。すっごいわかります、ゆかさん。けど、今日の料理はカラフル。
It sure is. There's red, green, yellow, and white, and many other colors, and looks vivid and colorful. The food I usually make is ginger pork equals brown, fried rice equals brown, curry equals yellow, yakisoba equals brown, Neapolitan pasta equals red, and so on, but it's all basically comprised of a single color.
葵くんの料理も豪快で嫌いじゃないけどね。美味しくないわけじゃないのよ。でもほら、最近暑くて食欲もそんなにないし、途中で飽きちゃう。
Everyone's really kind, aren't they? They really care about my feelings. Just because of that, I was unnecessarily worried. For a guy like me who went to a sports-focused boys' school and lived together with his dad in a kind of bachelor pad, that was always enough. I never even thought about the color of food. Somehow, it seems that in an all-girls dormitory, that kind of thing is important.
でも、これ本当に美味しいよ。おかわりしたいくらい。
They asked for seconds, how about that? Everyone seems satisfied. It feels like this is the most they've opened up to me so far. If I'm going to say it, now's my chance. You know what, folks? We're going to put a cliffhanger right there. Because I don't want this video to be too long, and I'm actually keeping time on myself, and it's hitting somewhere around 30 minutes already, so I don't want to try to really hit over that mark too much. So with that, we're going to put a bow on this particular episode. Hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, if you could leave me a like, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you don't mind, maybe hit that subscribe button. And until next time, happy mixing, everyone.